About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They fake the handoff, now Tua. And that is incomplete.
And they want to get him going early in this one because, remember, he struggled throwing the football last week, and he's firing away to start this one. But that one was incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. In motion, Hill. On play action, here's Tua. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over in that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. When you look at this Buffalo defense, they find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch.
And the Bills are going to get it as he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? The freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Goes to the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Play action. Now it's Allen. Steps away. That's going to be caught downfield by Chark. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard
line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So, I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
Play action, now it's Tua. Incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
When you look at this defense,
they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Dolphins first down.
Tua setting up shop to throw again.
And swingless out wide. Here's H.M.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll make it second down.
It's now second and 6.
Tua going to throw. Flushed out right.
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Bills take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield. and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Allen again. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has a little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. In motion comes the tight end left. Here's Tua. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Darren Waller, 60 yards. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. DJ Chark, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy,
Still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Tua sets up to pass it. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Now a 2nd and 10.
Off the play action, Tagovailoa.
That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A misconnection there, and he's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line.
A gain of 15. And the Dolphins first down.
Tua to throw again.
This one thrown underneath to Achane.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, it's Tua.
2-yard line.
A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
2 yards on the play. First down.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
All right.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To throw, it's Allen.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Allen in the offense staying put. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
9 yards. That's good for a Bills first down.
Here's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there. All right, come on.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston.
And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as he'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane,
29 yards.
and the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead, and there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half.
Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Keeps the score, Bills 35, Dolphins 13. Tyler Bass.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game, a minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Into the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Here's Allen to throw it.
And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Allen going to throw. He'll buy some time right. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Flush to his right. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Oh, that's a monster play there by the defense, getting a third down stop so far behind the line of scrimmage. That should take away the option to go for it. This quarterback, an absolute weapon who can throw it or run it for a first down. But a loss of more than 10 yards, hard to see the offense coming back out on this fourth down attempt.
21 yards there, a big play on fourth down. Well, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. To the air, Allen. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, tight. Look out.
Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. And Sharp calls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That is complete downfield to Knox. Look at the big fella go. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills are able to widen their advantage. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now Tua. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Just what they needed, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
On play action, here's Tua. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. make sure it's a good one, and close it out.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Tua going to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were
and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 58 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. DJ Chark with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bills have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a...
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Tua on the bootleg here. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
Go ahead. 32 Stinger.
Here's Tua. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Alert! Half 85, half 85. We go.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Pass complete to Shakir along the sideline. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, up big. We're still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And he will finally be escorted out of bounds, down inside the 35. 50 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line.
Achane on the counter.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joey Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
Sanders' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up copping the ball up, you end up throwing a pick. Every everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Matt Judon in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
319. Half 10. What's that?
From midfield, here's Allen. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
28-yard line.
Half 85. Half 85. Look out.
Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
As he throws there, incomplete.
Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, 37 yards. And the Bills add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Ready. All right, go ahead, go. Ready.
They run with Hill. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Ready. 2.
Play action, now it's Tua. Now he's free at the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 60 yards. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Sanders now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Dolphins 23. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well on the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out on the field already making plans for the evening.
A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Now Allen. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Allen going to try and keep it. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Up the middle, H.M. I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Brown 80. Middle. Who got?
He'll set up the throw from the gun. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions from the coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Allen going to try and keep it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. But maybe some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Dolphins 23.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From midfield, here's Tua. He'll dump this off to Ochan. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 10.
44.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Another carry now for Madison. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with